Is your home secretly draining you? 5 hidden triggers woman over 40 overlook. Real talk. How many hours do you spend at home? For most women over 40, it's a lot. Sleeping, sometimes cooking, sometimes working from home, taking care of the family. Now, here's a weird thing. For many women, they tell me, I feel worse at home. Tired, puffy, heavy, bloated, foggy. If this is you, I want you to consider something a little bit uncomfortable. It might not just be your body, your home might be quietly draining you. Stay with me. We're not going to burn your house down. We're going to look at 5 sneaky triggers women overlook and some simple ways to start lightening the load. This is for women over 40 who feel exhausted, inflamed, foggy, especially when they're at home, and they can't quite explain why. Quick note, this is for education purposes only. It's not medical advice, and it doesn't replace working with your doctor or care team. My name is Laura, and I'm the founder of Food School Now Wellness Academy, and I help women who feel like their body's mysteriously failing them finally see the patterns underneath in their gut, the nervous system, and yes, in their home environment. Today, we're going to play detective in your own house and look at 5 common triggers that can quietly turn inflammation up and what you can actually do about them without throwing everything away. This is a roadmap. Number 1, the air you're breathing. Number 2, the products you're using. Number 3, the water you're drinking. Number 4, the light and noise around you. And number 5, one sneaky emotional environment piece nobody's talking about. The trigger number 1 is the air you're breathing. So let's start there. Most of us crack a window sometimes and think that's enough. But indoor air quality can be more loaded than outside air. Things like scented candles and plug-ins, strong cleaning sprays, dust, pet dander, and poor ventilation can all be tiny drips into the inflammation bucket, especially if you already have allergies, asthma, or other type of chronic disease. You don't have to live in a glass box, but open windows more often. This is a recommendation. Be picky about what you spray and burn and read the labels, research, find out what those chemicals are. And think fewer strong smells, more fresh air. I want to challenge the program we have that a clean place has to smell to something. If the place is clean, it does not have any smell, it does not have any scent. So this is a heavy programming that we have because we're used to believe that any chemical product means something is clean. So I want you to challenge that belief. The trigger number 2 is the products on your skin and the surfaces. So what's touching your skin in the counters all day? Laundry detergent, fabric softeners in your clothing, body lotions and perfumes that you apply directly, kitchen and bathroom cleaners that you apply in the counters. So many of them are full of fragrances and chemicals your body has to process. I've seen women rashes, headaches, sinus issues ease up with just swapping a few key products. Not because they became perfect, but because they stopped marinating in things their body hates. Before we continue, if you're listening and thinking, oh wow, this might actually be me, I created a 3-minute midlife inflammation score for women just like you. It's a short set of questions about your energy, sleep, digestion, pain, and mood that helps you see where you are on the inflammation spectrum and what your next gentle step can be. You can take it in about 3 minutes, and the link is right below in this video and in the pinned comment. So let's go back to trigger number 3, the water you're drinking or not drinking. So third is water. And a lot of women are either drinking barely any or sipping only flavored drinks or diet sodas, thinking that's healthy. Dehydration makes everything feel worse: headaches, joint pain, brain fog, constipation. On top of that, depending on where you live, tap water can carry a lot of toxic material, chemicals, medications, things that your body needs to filter out. Again, we're not chasing for perfection, but you can start actually drinking more plain water and maybe adding a pinch of good quality sea salt, fluoride free for better hydration, and if possible, looking into a simple filter. Berkey has a really good options and really amazing filters. Trigger number 4 is the light and the noise. So your nervous system is always listening to what's happening around you. So bright overhead lights on late at night, TV or phone noise constantly in the background, notifications beeping at you from every room. All of that says we're still on to the body. That makes it harder to wind down, harder to sleep deeply, and easier to stay inflamed. Simple shifts help. Lamps instead of overheads at night. Quiet time with no screens, especially before bed. And turning off notifications in your bedroom when you're sleeping and the other rooms when it's not necessary to have them on. Trigger number 5, the emotional environment. This is what nobody talks about generally, but this is the tension in the house. The feeling that you're on duty 24/7, the clutter that makes your brain feel noisy, the arguments or unspoken stress. Your body doesn't separate home stress from other types of stress. It all lives in the same bucket. Sometimes the most powerful anti-inflammatory shift is decluttering one space that has been screaming at you, having one honest conversation, or giving yourself permission to close the bedroom door and have 10 minutes that are just yours. Let me tell you a story. We're going to call her Jen. She was 51 and she felt awful at home. She was always tired, headachy, puffy. She thought, it's just me, I'm falling apart. It's menopause, something's wrong with me, or aging sucks. When we look closer, we saw there were plug-ins and scented candles in almost every room. Strong cleaners she used daily, bright screens and TV on until midnight, in a home where she was emotionally on call all the time. We didn't remodel her house. We swapped a few products, cracked windows more often, turned off screens earlier, at least 1 hour before bed, and carved out one small corner of her house that was hers, and it was peaceful for her. A few weeks later, her home didn't feel perfect, but it didn't feel like it was shouting at her body all day long. Her symptoms softened, not because she changed, but because her environment did. Now, a quick note here. Yes, the environment changed, not specifically because something physically changed in her, but there was an emotional shift inside that made this external environmental change possible. So, to recap, your house isn't out to get you, but parts of it might be quietly draining you. Air, products, water, light, noise, and emotional tension all add tiny drips into your inflammation bucket. I like to call this death by paper cuts. You don't need to do everything at once. One small change per day in each area can send a big message to your body that you're safe and that you're listening to the messages you're receiving. If you want to see how all of this might be showing up in your body, take the free 3-minute midlife inflammation score. You'll answer a few simple questions, get a clearer picture of where you are right now, and a gentle next step to focus on. The link to the 3-minute score is in the first line in the description and in the pinned comment. Tap it, take your score, and then maybe look around your home with new eyes and ask, what is one thing I can swap today?